Hello and welcome. Can I have your form and your ID, please?
Here's my form and ID.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
My name is Loic. What's your name?
My name is Konstantin.
And your registration number is 123456789. Thank you.
You're welcome.
There are 3 tasks in the speaking test. First, I'll ask a few questions about you. Then I'll ask you some questions on a certain topic. And finally, we will take part in a short role play. Are you ready to begin?
Yes.
So, Anne Constantine, where do you live?
I live in Piraeus, Casanova Street.
And do you like it there?
Yes, it's usually very empty in there. But on the opposite side of the block of flats I live in is a block of flats that most of my mom's family, extended family, lives there, and by further extension, mine.
And do you have any hobbies?
Yes.
What hobbies do you have?
I usually do play video games or study for a difficult test that I have.
And what do you do that with family or friends?
By myself.
I see.
And other times I teach my mom chess.
All right. Okay, I see. Thank you. Now, Constantine, in this part of the speaking test, you will be asked to respond to questions about the topic of animals. If you wish, you may use the points for each question to help you with your answer. Let's have a look at question 1. In what ways do animals teach us about important aspects of life?
Specifically, animals that we keep as pets teach us about responsibility for our actions. Because if you have a dog, for example, you usually have to wake up very early in the morning, earlier than you usually do or would expect to take them out on a walk before your house attracts even more bacteria than usual. And if you have a pet cat or multiple cats, as some people do, then you have to constantly check their litter box every hour or so and clean it if there's something there. Because if it isn't clean all the time, then you may attract bugs or bacteria and diseases to your house more than usual.
Anything else?
The diversity of nature, their diversity also teaches us. For example, because there are a lot of animals, from aquatic animals to land animals to animals that live in the skies. For example, eagles, pigeons, crows, and the like. They teach us that not all of us have to be the same and we won't be judged for it.
I see. Now, let's have a look at question 2. In your opinion, is it morally right to keep wild animals in captivity?
I, specifically me, think it's only right if we keep undomesticated or wild animals in captivity if their species is on the brink of extinction. To save them and keep them in a safer environment so they can repopulate without having to worry about predators. Keeping them in zoos, for example, in enclosures like this, also helps spread awareness of their situation and educate people on them, which will heighten the likelihood of their species surviving. But if the species isn't on the brink of disappearance, I think it's better and more appropriate to keep them in their natural habitat because it's safer and makes them happier than being in a tight space.
Right, I see. Well, thank you very much. Now, in this part of the speaking test, you will read a text that presents two sides of a controversial issue. Your task will be to argue in favour of one side. If you wish, you may use any of the points provided below to help you with your argument. You will have 1 minute to prepare your argument. Now, the issue is, many cities have a problem with stray dogs that are homeless. Some people argue that local authorities should collect these dogs and encourage citizens to adopt them. Others believe it is preferable for local authorities to care for them in designated areas on the streets. What do you think? Should city authorities organise the adoption of stray dogs, or should they look after them on the streets?
I think that local authorities should be looking after stray dogs on the street. Because housing stray dogs is already very expensive due to how dirty they are and how wild they will be trying to capture them. And even if they do manage to house stray dogs for adoption, there will already be a lessened chance of them being adopted due to people not wanting to get an old dog because it will die soon. Some dogs are completely undomesticated and have no idea how to live in a household, which will bring any owners a lot of difficulty caring for them. And well-looked after dogs are very pleasant for locals or tourists visiting the area because just gathering these dogs for adoption, you may miss some of them. But if you feed all of them, there is a 0% probability of even one of them not eating the food you give. Which will make them look much better and less dirty. Which will make the area look better for tourists visiting. And if these dogs are trained correctly not to bite people, then they may occasionally show up for pets to random strangers, which will make people in the area much happier than usual.
All right. Do you have anything else to add?
No, that's my point.
Well, thank you very much, Konstantin. Thank you for your answers. This is the end of the test.